Oh no, gaming journo sisters, I don't feel so good. Another consolidation of the gaming journalist industry has some people going absolutely nuts on Twitter, and it's a sad thing that IGN has bought up a bunch of websites I'd never heard of before. Well, I'd heard of a couple of them, but failing fake news access journalism websites. And are folding them into IGN Entertainment now. IGN's website, I don't know about you, but I hate the display. I hate the way it looks. I think it's unusable just by itself. I mean, their fake news content aside, it's just like one of the rougher sites to look at, and I absolutely hate the current design of the website. That's just me. Let me know if you agree with me on that. But that's the news of the day. They bought up a bunch of smaller gaming journo companies, and let's look at the salt flowing on Twitter about this funny stuff. My name's John Delarose. I do my own journalism, and they always say that we need the frontline journalists. We don't want those YouTubers commenting on video game news. I comment on video game news, pop culture in general, really into comic books, of course. This is my Fandom Pulse, and this is my Substack. So please, I'll put this link right in the description. You can sign up for this and get our daily sort of update on what's going on. We're going to start posting a lot more content on here, and start ramping up some paid content for the subscribers that really want to support our independent journalism that's not controlled by the corporate media. In fact, we go against the corporate media more often than not, and we appreciate you all for being there. You're awesome. You're what makes it happen. Unlike happening for these companies, I guess, who are now swallowed up by IGN. So what happened was IGN acquired Eurogamer, GamesIndustry.biz, VG247, Rock Paper Shotgun, and Dicebreaker, and they're laying off a bunch of people at a bunch of these different companies. I guess Eurogamer is marked safe for currently for this from the layoffs. This is James Batchelor, who's the editor-in-chief of that GamesIndustry.biz, and he has talked about this. He says he's devastated it's involved layoffs, including Brendan Sinclair, the best damn journalist I've ever worked with. Well, if Brendan was the best damn journalist you've ever worked with, why is he getting laid off? I mean, shouldn't he be continuing to write articles for you under this new acquisition? I mean, you'd think that'd be the case, but of course, best by these guys' standards is never best for what's actually informative and useful for gamers to learn at this point, as we've well become aware of the industry. If you see Brendan or any other Gamer Network folks looking for jobs, hire them. Such incredibly talented journalists, writers, and more. No thanks. I'm good. And of course, everybody is way on this right here. Seek independence from IGN ASAP. Everybody's talking about Brendan on here, but I don't know. Lots of sad news from people who aren't excited about this update whatsoever. But other gaming journos are right at there. Cecilia de Anastasio, who's at Bloomberg News, wants to circle the wagons for everybody. And JT Smash JT, who's a great YouTuber, also if you don't follow him. He's been way on top of everything gaming related. I got to recommend him more than almost anybody out there. He says they hate that you're being beat at their own game. You and your buddies do not own a unique privilege to talk to others about what's going on. Stop it. The free market decides you're worth their time. Sorry for those who lost their job, but this take ain't it. And let's get into her whining here on this sort of deal. Now, what do game journos even do at this point? They just basically get press releases. Look, I'm on a lot of these press release chain lists in these industries, just from my work at Bounding Into Comics, PJ Media, The Federalist. And look, you can copy and paste press releases as a lazy article and write a couple blurbs about it. Sometimes, when I'm on the go, I do that. But most of the time, what makes good journalism is the actual research and commentary into things like is being done with Ubisoft right now. If you watch my other video earlier this morning about what's going on with Ubisoft and the new Yasuke drama, go watch that. Oh my God. That's something that you kind of got to uncover for yourself and and really do some research on in order to make a video or make an article about it. And that's what we do. And that's what these people always refuse to do. What they do is just, like I said, they just talk about the releases. They toe the company lines. The company gives them their talking points, and then they spit out their little articles. And then when they're coming under fire, like Sweet Baby Inc. or whatever, they just defend them and use their talking points again. So a lot of these journos don't do crap What was it we always used to say back in the day? Learn to code when this was happening before? Well, not anymore. AI is taking those coding jobs. I guess they're over. Jeez. But here's this lady from Bloomberg Technology says, Jeffrey has quickly become my go-to source for fast, business-focused game news. A wild decision from GI Biz and the new owner at IGN. Was also shocked they'd laid off Brendan Sinclair, whose games and business analysis feature the appointment of reading. He says, hello, folks. I've been unfortunately laid off from GI Biz. I'm fine, really. I'm open for new work opportunities. If you require the skills of an award-winning. Let's look at this. Haitian health. Okay, well, he, him. Of course, it's right there. Every single time. Pronouns in bio, award-winning. It's with a focus on marginalized voices. Oh, please clap for Jeffrey. A strong games press is especially important as the lines blur between gaming and social media big tech. There's so effing many stories to write. These senseless layoffs are especially painful as reactionary YouTubers with no journalism training eat away at journalists' mindshare. Oh, that's me. Hey, you're throwing shots at me, Bloomberg lady. By the way, as a reactionary YouTube journalist with journalism training, I'm crushing. And the reason I am, Cecilia, and the reason I'm making money at this and you guys are not and getting laid off is because I'm just telling the truth and I'm showing gamers what's happening in the video game industry with all this nonsense that's happening through all these crazy developers who have been getting into these positions, not for gaming, not for entertainment, not for creating what they're supposed to be creating, but to be pushing these political agendas through these little psyops of video games. It's really maddening. And what you never do and what these people never do, and what I'm sure Mr. Marginalized Person here never does, is actually report on this stuff. When you do report on this stuff, what happens? You don't get access anymore. You don't get the press releases that are just regurgitated on your websites anymore. Nerdigans, another friend of the channel, just got blocked by the official Assassin's Creed account. Why? Because she's just talking about what's happening with the game. What the hell is happening when a big company like Ubisoft is using their professional account to block YouTubers and journalists at this level? That's crazy. And that's where the real journalism actually happens. You want to call us reactionary YouTubers. It's because you're in a failed business model of a old guard nonsense, and it's dying, and it's stupid, and nobody needs you. And nobody needs Jeffrey Rousseau or his marginalized voices either. There we go. Just going to call it like it is. While I like games journalism, I'd welcome bringing my skills to different publications. Thanks in advance, and yes, I'm good. Oh, very nice. And of course, all the wokeites are very, very sad about this. But I don't think anything of value is actually lost. And that's it. Hypnotic, another great YouTuber, says, it's not our fault that journalists decided to stop being journalists and instead be activists writing lies to benefit whatever agenda is important to them. YouTubers took over because you guys are boring and liars on top of that. Shots fired and 100% true. If you look at this movement going all the way back to 2014, the whole point was ethics in gaming journalism. If you don't remember what happened by then, I'll teach a lesson to the youngsters out there. There was a game called Depression Quest. It was by a lady named Zoe Quinn. I call it game, but it's really not the accurate description of it if I want to be a journalist. But that's neither here nor there. Well, this lady went out and got reviews for her game from companies like IGN and Kotaku and the like, who really wanted to support her. They wanted to support minority female voices in gaming. Please clap. And it was terrible, but they all gave it great reviews. And so some people started looking into this, wondered why all these journalist websites gave this game great reviews. Well, it turned out that Zoe Quinn was sleeping with game journalist reviewers in order to get positive reviews. I joke you not. If you've not heard of this, go look it up, my friends. And it starts a nice little rabbit hole from there where you learn how corrupt gaming journalism is, how corrupt the gaming industry is, and why this is all being upturned and all these people are losing their jobs. Nobody wants to read this stuff anymore because it is just abject lies. It is boring. They are just regurgitating press releases from these companies in order to get access, and it's really, really sad. So my gosh, this is great. She is going to get absolutely ratioed on this. Here's Stuttering Craig. We've never met before, but if you honestly think video game journalists have journalism training is legit and laughable. Yeah, it's very interesting on that front. Coming from the political realm over at the Federalist and PJ Media, I could tell you the writers over there are way more credentialed than anybody just like writing video game nonsense. It's ridiculous. But these people want to pretend they're important. It's about a clout structure. And a lot of these companies like IGN, they don't even pay like half the time. A lot of these people are just there for the exposure and the street cred. It is what it is because gaming journalism doesn't pay. All right. I hope you had fun with this video as much as I did. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to sign up for my Fandom Pulse Substack. Look, we're doing the writing. We're doing it here. It's awesome stuff. I hope to see you soon.